Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to my Monday video. I'm shooting from a little bit of a different angle. You might not be able to tell, but normally I come in from this way, and I'm coming from the other way, as if you're standing in my doorway. Woohoo! Very exciting and different. I thought this might give me better lighting to show off the fact that I am, in fact, tan, although this is red, and this is red, and these are red. But I am darker on my arms, so there we go. You can see that now. Today was pretty boring. My professor's back, which is nice. She was very excited at my dissections that I've been doing while she's away. She thought it was really, really cool, which was really exciting for me because I was like, I did something exciting. So the next thing I'm going to do is set up some crosses, basically with virgin females and the mutant males, and then we'll see if those dissected females are anything like the normal dissected females. And then once we have that information, we'll be able to know about what step things might go wrong. So if there are sperm and they look normal, then it's likely a step earlier. Likely a step later. If there are no sperm, then it's either that step or a step earlier down the pathway. So we'll have a little bit better of an idea of where things are going wrong, which will be good. In other news, my college got a new statue, which I am not a fan of. It looks like a Hydra beast, but instead of heads on the end of the necks, there are so many necks, they're eyeballs, and it's gross, and I hate it. And it makes me very uncomfortable. And I put a picture of it on my Snapchat, and everyone who goes to my school, who is also friends with me on Snapchat, has responded and said, "This is ugly, I hate it. Why is it here?" I don't have an answer to that question. I don't know why it's here. I agree, it is ugly. It's actually quite horrifying. It's 10 feet tall, and there are like 30 eyeballs on it. It's just so creepy. I just don't know why it needed to happen. I have problems with some of the art on our campus, just like I don't understand it, but like most of it is I think I just don't understand like highbrow art. But this I'm just kind of creeped out by, and I just really don't like it. And it looks like I'm not the only one. A lot of my friends don't like it either. So at least I'm not alone. It's very creepy. I don't like it. I'm gonna have to pass it every single day because it's right outside of our dining hall. Why would they do that? Ugh. Anyway, so that's enough complaining about that. In other news, aside from my statue and my flies, which my professor is very excited about, I have had no problems with my contact lenses since the last time I had problems with my contact lenses. I've been able to get them in and out of my eyes very easily. They've not been bothering my eyes. I am very happy about those things. Of course, once you have something go wrong, you get anxious and worried that it might go wrong again, but it looks like it must have been a fluke, and it might have been a one-time thing. So that's good. I've been taking them out. I haven't been leaving them in for as long as I was, prior to the incident. I have been taking them out around lunchtime. So that's about 5-6 hours of wear because I wake up early. So, it's still a decent amount of time to have them in, but without the worry that they'll dry out and get stuck like they did that one time. So that's good. All's well there. I am reading Misery, which I'm really enjoying, and I started a new story, which, maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe I should be working on the ones that I have that already exist, but I'm shifting angles here. But I am really enjoying this one because I'm sprinkling in some French that I know. One of my characters speaks in French from time to time, and it's really enjoyable. I really like using my French knowledge. My school makes us take 3 semesters of a language unless we pass out with a literacy test. And I took Latin in high school for 3 years, not my senior year, and I still don't really know any Latin. I did well in those classes, I just didn't retain any of the information. It just went in one ear, out the other after a test. So I know very little Latin. So when I got to school, I was like, either I take Latin again for 3 semesters because I'm going to have to start at the beginning, or I take a new language. And my senior year of high school, I started doing Duolingo, just for fun. And that was French. I did it for, I think I had like a 500 or 600 day streak. Like I did it for a decent amount of time. I think I started my junior summer, and continued up until the point where I got to college, and then I decided that I would just take a language when I got here, and then I would take French. So I started in French 101 and worked my way up through 3 semesters of a required language, and now I'm done with it, but it's a skill. I don't want to lose it, so I've enjoyed writing this character's dialogue in French from time to time, when she chooses to speak French, which has been fun. So none of my other characters and any of my other stories are French, so I can't really do that. So I had to start a new story, and my cousin and I were talking about this the other day, actually. What the most fun part of story writing for me is workshopping characters. I think that it's just like the most enjoyable thing ever. I really just love, creating realistic people, and I have started living by the phrase, your biggest flaws are your biggest strengths, and your biggest strengths are your greatest weaknesses. So think about it in terms of, if you have a character who's really good at giving speeches, then they're really bad at listening. And if you have a character who is really loyal, then they might be very quick to judge other people who aren't in their group. That kind of thing. So I've been really enjoying just like workshopping a bunch of characters. Some of my old ones I'm retouching, some of my newer ones completely creating from scratch, and that's been really fun. A good way to spend my summer, to do these writing exercises and to work on my other stories, my older stories. I've just really been enjoying that. A lot of my bigger projects at the post office are done, so I'm just working on writing while I'm there, and it's been really enjoyable and really relaxing, and I've gotten a lot out of it, so that's been really good. It feels like summer is drawing to a close now that we're past July 4th. I feel like July 4th marks like the halfway point of the summer, even though it's probably a little bit earlier than that because we start, in mid-May and go back to school in mid-August. But July 4th really feels like a turning point in the summer. Now it's like late summer, or before it was early summer, and there's no midsummer. There's no just summer. I said there's no midsummer like Shakespeare, but there's no like regular summer. There's just early summer and late summer. Now we're in late summer, which is kind of a bummer, but I'm getting excited for the start of school, and I can't wait for all my friends to come back. The ones who are going to be on campus. The ones who are not going to be on campus, I'm going to miss very dearly. My very best friend is going abroad for a semester, and I'm really going to miss her. But she'll be back when all the fun stuff happens in the spring, because the spring semester is kind of our party semester, and the fall semester is a little bit more workload heavy, which is why I'm really glad actually to be taking organic chemistry in the fall, because it's not as party heavy. We have a lot of recruitment events, just a lot of parties in general in the spring that we don't have in the fall. So I'm looking forward to the fact that I will not be doing Orgo in the fall or in the spring when there are a ton of parties every weekend, and I can't necessarily stay home from them because they're important for various purposes like my sorority organization or stuff like that. So I'm very much looking forward to the fall now, especially now that we have an ugly statue that everybody's gonna be dying to see when they get back because I'll have seen it on my Snapchat story. So that's really all I've got for you guys today. I'm gonna set up my fertility tests tomorrow, fertility tests. So we'll see later in the week what becomes of those females. I'm gonna give them a few days to mate and stuff, so that'll be interesting, and I will check back in with you when that has happened and when I've done those dissections, because who knows, it might be exciting news. All right, bye guys.